Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video, we're going to talk getting started with the Middle-earth strategy battle game, and today we're going to look at the faction of the Trolls. That's right, today we're going to take a look at the three trolls from the Hobbit movie that try to eat the company of Thorin. Now, in this video, we're going to go through talk about the army special rule and how this sort of works on the tabletop before looking at all the different trolls and indeed some other models you can bring into the force and talk a little bit about them all. We'll then finish off the video showing you the sample army list. I mean, there's not a lot to it. It includes all the trolls and indeed the other parts of the force. They need to work properly, but this is, another one of the videos that there isn't really a lot to do with the army, but I want to talk about it because I want every army to be available for you all to get an idea of how this army works on the tabletop. And so, with that said, this army has a special rule called Hold His Toes Over the Fire, Make Him Squeal. This allows you to take the campfire in your army without having to pay the points for it. The campfire is an additional thing the trolls can take, and additionally, the three trolls, when they're played in their faction, will count the campfire as a banner in addition to its other abilities, which is pretty cool. So, straight up, that's just going to give you, a nice bunch of abilities. The campfire also, after force is deployed, but before the first turn begins, you place the campfire anywhere on the board outside of your opponent's deployment area. Bill, Tom, and Bert will gain the resistance to magic special rule and a bonus +1 to their courage value whilst within 6 inch of said campfire. So, a nice couple of bonuses and indeed, the nice additional banner reroll around it as well. And of course, where to start? You can pick all the trolls up and indeed the campfire in a single box set, which is really cool. It's actually, a pretty cheap army to get on the tabletop. But let's talk about all of the different trolls. And first of all, we have Bill the Troll. This is the sort of leader of the trolls, the most expensive of all them all. Now, he can bring the campfire along, which is really cool. He's got his club, though he can choose to have a fork, which count as a dagger instead. A lot of the trolls get to choose this 2 option of weapon. Fight value 7, strength and defense 7 in there as well, with 3 attacks, 3 wounds, 3 might, 1 will, and 1 fate with heroic, strength, and strike. Now, the trolls do have a bunch of different rules that are going to affect them, but let's talk a little bit about the ones that are going to, affect the majority of the trolls in your first. And the first of these is throw stones. All your trolls have a throw stones value of strength 8, where they can effectively just hurl giant boulders at your opponents. Now, they've got keep them for later as well, which is another one of the active abilities for the troll. If a troll wins a fight, they can choose one man-sized or smaller model from the fight and keep them for later instead of rolling strikes or using a brutal power attack. What this will do is replace the model with a 25mm marker that represents the unfortunate victim stuffed in the bag. The model thereafter counts as being subject to the paralyzed magical power. So they're actually, just stuffed in the troll's bag. Now, the other ability, you've got Mincem Fine, which is a brutal power attack as well, and all the trolls will cause terror as well. Now, Mincem Fine, when Bill wins a fight, he may choose to perform the Mincem Fine brutal power attack instead of making strikes. You choose an enemy model in the fight. Both Bill and the chosen model will roll a d6 and at their respective strength values. If Bill rolls high, the victim suffers a number of wounds equal to the difference as well, each of which may be prevented by fate, though obviously you need to prevent them all to stop them from dying. If they've, rolled enough to be sufficient to be the difference. Now, Tom the Troll as well has a couple of abilities. First of all, he has Lingering Cold and Squish him to Jelly, which is his type of brutal power attack. All the trolls have these different ones. Lingering Cold during a fight that involves him, and before making a dual roll, Tom may expend a point of will to halve the value of a single firm-based contact as he sneezes on his victim. So he can halve someone's fight value, really to bring them down on his level. Or indeed, generally make him better, because he's still fight value 6. He's not quite as powerful as Bill. But he's also got his own, special ability where Squash him to Jelly. When Tom wins a fight, he can choose to perform his special power strike. What this one will do is every enemy model involved in the same fight suffers a strength 6 hit. Any who survive are knocked prone. And then lastly, we have the only troll that is not a hero of valor, is a hero of fortitude instead, and that is Bert the Troll. Now, he's got terror, throw stones, roast him slowly is his special power attack, and he's also got keep him for later as well. He's fight value 7, so he's actually a better fight value than Tom. But he only has 2 might, 1 will, and 1 fate, where you're going to get 1 might, 3 will, and 1 fate from Tom the Troll instead. So, Bill is pretty nice. Now, Bert's one is roast him slowly, so when Bert wins a fight, he can choose to roast him slowly with his special power attack. He chooses an enemy model involved in the fight and place a base contact with the foe. That model is set ablaze immediately. Obviously, you also get the campfire in this box set as well, which is the last piece you need for your trolls. And so here we have our sample armor list for the trolls. Like I said, there's not really a lot to it. It's taking your 3 trolls and taking the campfire. It is a nice and round 400 points. I like when they've got these sort of armies like the trolls, like Smaug the Desolator, that they make them, you know, a nice even points value, that it works in playing different games. I was chatting to one of my mates, and the idea of running this versus the 2 different bears, versing, you know, Bjorn and the other bear as well, could be a really fun matchup. But the trolls, they are what they are. You know, you get the free campfire. Bill is the best leader of them. I mean, he is the natural leader in the narrative for them. But if you've got some ideas, if you've played some games and you've had some tactics you've loved using with your trolls, let us know down in the comments below how you felt about them on the tabletop. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But also, if you'd like to, drop a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community, here we have a Discord server for Sinful Gaming where we chat all things wargaming and indeed just chat a bunch of good friends all chatting there. It's really lovely. There's a link to that in the video's description. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel, the best ways to do that are linked in the video's description as well. We have our Patreon, YouTube members on there, which are great ways to help support the channel. But also, if you'd like to grab yourself some channel merch, we have Teespring and Ko-fi, both linked there as well. As a special thank you to our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out for helping support the channel. So thank you to our Patreons: Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Alder and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Thee, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Bloobs, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Nuffs, and Nicholas Colomos. And to our YouTube members: Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weir, James South, and James Tillman. Thank you all for supporting the channel. It means the absolute world and allows us to keep doing what we're doing. A special thanks as well to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork to the channel, and indeed to everyone who helps come and film battle reports or helps run the Discord server. You're all amazing. Thank you all so much. Stay safe, everyone. Stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.